everybody, and welcome to Play Like a Girl. I'm your host, Laura Crusoe.
Hi, I'm Gianna. Sorry, I interrupted you, but I'm excited to say that we have
Gianna. I'm not happy about it.
I'm excited to say that we have another great guest this week, and she has actually been on SportsCenter Top 10 this past week, which is really exciting. Can you believe that?
I honestly can't believe it, and also I can't believe it because she is in high school on SportsCenter Top 10. So like I can't imagine that. But we do have a great guest for you guys today, and we're really excited for you guys to meet her.
Yeah, we want to introduce you guys to Maddy Alves.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
We're happy to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's so great to finally kind of meet you.
I know.
Okay, before Gianna and I were talking about TikTok, and we could see that you were laughing along. Can we just all agree on the fact that we love TikTok?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt.
I can literally sit there for hours and scroll through it until I get the guy that comes up saying, whoa, you've been scrolling for way too long.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
You got it this morning. That's hilarious.
It's like when you've been on it for more than an hour.
Oh, yeah. I go on it for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, Maddie, tell us your story. How the heck did you end up on SportsCenter Top 10?
It's crazy. I mean, so originally the video my dad had put on Twitter, and a good amount of people saw it, but nothing crazy. And then a guy from the gym I work out at, he knows someone in ESPN, so he sent it in, and I wasn't, thinking anything was going to happen. And then I received news the next day that I was on SportsCenter. I was like, what? Like, that was quick. That was
so crazy.
So, yeah, it was crazy.
Did you see yourself on TV the next day, or like they were like, oh, it's airing soon?
Yeah, so actually I wasn't given any notice that it was coming on. So I was actually at work at the time. I work at Cello's Waterfront. So I was, just working, and I get a call from my mom and my dad, like screaming, saying, oh my gosh, you were on SportsCenter, all this stuff. I'm like, was anyone going to tell me? Because I didn't see it on TV.
Did you guys record it or something?
Yes, I had like a few of my family members had recorded it, but I was like, I didn't get to see it.
So like, what was your reaction after you watched it? Like the next time?
It was crazy. At first, I was in shock because I was just like, I watch ESPN, like my whole life, SportsCenter. I've like grown up watching it. So to be recognized on national television like that is just like baffles my mind,
I can't imagine. That's crazy.
Yeah. So like when I received the news, I was like, tell me you're joking. Like before my brother too, who's a Big Ten football player. Like,
I heard you have an athletic family.
Yeah, my brother, he goes to Stonehill, so he's been playing football his whole life. So
nice.
It was awesome to, get that type of recognition. Is just crazy.
Was he a little pissed that you ended up on ESPN before him?
He jokes around, but he's so supportive. He's, like my best friend, so he wishes nothing but the best for me.
But now you get to be like, hey, like I was in SportsCenter, like where are you?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, all right, so I made SportsCenter. What are you doing?
Where's my respect?
Yep, exactly.
What was it like to see that recognition? So you're in high school, right? You're still in high school? You're going into your junior year or senior year?
I'm going to be a junior. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what did your friends and did you have kids from your school freak out that you were on television?
Yeah. So I received endless support from all my friends and family, and I work with a good amount of my friends. So the minute they found out, they were so supportive and they were so excited for me, posting it everywhere and just,
Oh yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Tons of support I received. It was just so awesome.
That's amazing, to get support from everybody, especially your friends at school. If you were on national television and you go into school the next day,
Yeah. What
I
happened?
know. It was just like, yeah, it was overwhelming, but in like the best way possible. And the love and support I received was just insane.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So I was researching you a little bit. So I found out that you actually your main your main sport is soccer. So how did you get into football?
Yes. So actually, in elementary school in 6th grade, I played a year of tackle football for CLCF.
Fun.
Yeah, so I was actually the running back, believe it or not.
Wow.
So yeah, I played a year of that, and then I transitioned into middle school, and I wanted to focus more on soccer and my other sports. And then going into high school, I thought to myself, I played football 1 year. I wanted to get back into it, but I wasn't sure how I could do it.
Yeah.
So both my dad and my family had brought up the idea, why don't you try kicking? I have a boot for soccer. They love to, say. So
of course, yeah.
I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. And then here I am today.
So there was no problem with your school getting on an all-male team?
No, again, my coach, Tom Maluski, he was so supportive about it.
That's awesome.
All my teammates and coaches treated me like they were I was one of their own. And they just were so supportive about it, and I received no hashback about that. So it was
That's awesome. Yeah. That's cool.
Because usually you hear all over the place when there's a female in a male dominated sport, people are like, oh, they don't belong here, or this person get hurt. But it's great that you had support from everybody in your school and your coaches, and nobody was giving you any negative feedback.
Right, exactly. My whole community was just so supportive about it. And you have those individuals that sometimes don't want the best for you, or sometimes I would receive some comments saying, it's just because she's a girl that she's receiving this type of attention.
Yeah.
And or some people would say it's not that impressive. It's just because she is a girl that she's receiving the national attention, which I can't let that get under my skin. And if anything, it just makes me work harder and try and be the best I can.
Exactly. Do you have any tips for girls that may want to start football or even play hockey or something like that could be receiving flash you kind of hate like that or negative about going into an all-male sport? I mean, you said it seems like you have thick skin. You can't let it bother you too much, but I know some girls probably have a difficult time with it,
Yeah, I honestly, my advice to them would just be go into it. You have to really think that it doesn't matter the gender, whether you're female or male. You just have to wake up and, try and be the best you can. It comes down to, working hard and the character you build. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're going into a dominantly male sport. As long as you push yourself to the best of your ability, then that's all that matters,
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, Maddie. Well, on that note, can we take a quick commercial break? Because I don't know what to say to top that. All right, we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to Play Like a Girl, episode 3 with Maddie.
So I wanted to ask you about your upcoming season at school and COVID. What's going on with that? Have you heard any news?
So I was actually just informed, I want to say yesterday, about sports. So I will be having a modified soccer season, and unfortunately football has been postponed until further notice. So as of right now, the focus is soccer, and we start online school Monday. So it's quick.
Wow.
We're right back into the schedule.
Are you going to be playing soccer, of course, and then still training for football as much as you can? I mean, I know soccer you're kicking too, so that's like kind of convenient, but
Right. So, soccer, we actually just got back into the groove today. We've been practicing. Football, I haven't gotten word on what we're gonna do or if we're gonna have practices until then.
Mhm.
But if we do, then I'll definitely try my best to, make both. But for
Yeah.
the time, I think the focus is soccer right now.
So,
Okay.
like, what's the new norm like with soccer practice? Do you guys have to all stay 6 feet apart? Do you have to wear masks? Like, are there proper like precautions that you need to follow at practice?
Yeah, so we're taking, all the precautions. We're taking it very seriously. We go into the practice with our masks, and
Mhm.
then we go on the field and just play as it is. We try and keep our distance. And obviously we are outside, so we're keeping our distance from everyone.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for the most part, we're trying to stay safe with everything, but we've been taking the same precautions as I think the rest of the state has.
Yeah. Sports this year in the fall have been really iffy depending on every high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, Gianna, you're not from Rhode Island. You just moved back, actually, which is quite fun. But every high school is doing their own specific thing, it seems like, from what I'm getting. So do you have, like, schools that you'll be going against? Have they changed this season? Do you know? Have you have any idea, honestly?
So honestly, I haven't been given a ton of information just because my coach himself, he doesn't even have the information to give us yet.
Yeah.
But I do know, I'm pretty sure we may be sticking with our region. So we may be playing, teams around Cranston or in the area.
Yeah.
But other than that, we don't really know a ton of information because, like as you said, a ton of schools are just doing their own thing. I know a few private schools are going back full time into school.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. So the transition is definitely tough. And I know a ton of schools are doing their own type of thing.
Yeah.
It's also like everything's up in the air. So how do you even like plan anything these days?
It's tough and it's a little scary because I know we have school Monday. So and we still, some stuff is still up in the air. So we'll see how it goes.
Where, so like, I'm from New York. I think Laura said it before. The schools I'm from are like, they're going to school like 2 days a week, and then 3 days like they're doing online, or like some of them are just doing online the entire semester. And some, if they're going in, like they can't even bring books. They have to bring like a little one of those string bags. Like they can't even bring a book bag. It's like a notebook. Like it's so weird in New York.
That's crazy. I haven't heard that.
Pushed back another week. And, like they must be so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Let's move it a little bit back to football because I'm still just so interested in like I've literally been on teams my entire life. Being on an all-male team just seems so like I mean it honestly seems fun because I feel like they like are a lot less sensitive than females. So if that's not always true because I've always met men that lose a game and then they're like super upset for such a long time. But I feel like being on a team with a bunch of guys is totally just like a change of pace. So it could be totally fun for you. And my question is, can you kick further than any of the guys on the team?
So, actually, during practices, sometimes the guys, fool around. They say, "Oh, Maddie, let me kick," and I step back. I don't say much because I want them to see that it's not as easy as it seems.
Exactly.
So I let them, take their kick, and I see how it goes, and it'll go about 30, 40 yards. We have a few kids on the team that definitely have a boot, but I think it's the accuracy that they fall short on.
The aim. They can never aim.
Yeah. So it's the accuracy that they fall short on, but it is what it is.
That's awesome.
So what's the furthest that you've actually kicked?
So sorry, I could get a charger. So the furthest I was about 45 yards, and this was last summer. And ever since then, I haven't really tried 50 yards. So just recently, I thought I'd give it a shot, and with my luck, it went through.
What? That's crazy. Good for you.
Thank you.
You must actually really have a boot on that foot.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I've been, trying to like work out and do everything to, exceed the range. So to be given the opportunity to even kick that far was awesome. So I'm really glad that I could, get 50 yards out of that one.
That's awesome. Well, I actually would like to show a little bit of highlight of your kicking, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right, here we go, guys.
Yeah, I'm good, Mom.
So those are the two that we have, and they're both really great.
Thank you.
Are those both home games for you?
No, so one of them is I played at Central, and the other one I played at Moses Brown, so they were both away games.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's so awesome.
What does your training like entail when you are practicing kicking?
So Thursdays, so usually before game days, which was Friday, I would kick about for 10-20 minutes. So Thursdays I would go to the field, kick for 10-20 minutes, and then I would actually go right to soccer. And once in a while we would have Saturday day games, so I would kick the Friday the day before. But I would just do once a week, get a few kicks in, get a few reps in, and then that was it. And then I'd show up to the game.
That's so fun.
I feel like soccer and football together like that for you. I feel like it's just great because you've been literally kicking your entire life, and it's helped you get to where you are right now. Sports Center top 10.
That's crazy. I'm really happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did she lose connection? She may be frozen.
Rose.
Oh no!
Sorry, cut out.
No, that's okay. I know Gianna just has her one last question for you.
So my last question, you know that our podcast is called Play Like a Girl.
Of course.
What does it mean to you? What does it mean to play like a girl? And what would you say to younger generations? Like, why is it so important to always play like a girl?
So when I think of that question, I'd honestly myself probably rephrase it and say, what does it mean to, play like an athlete? Because,
Nice.
This day and age, it shouldn't matter the gender you are.
Mhm.
Like I said previously, it matters, your work ethic, the character, and, what you do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think it's, again, the work you put in, which will really show and prove to you, what you're capable of.
Oh, of course.
So again, I'd probably rephrase it instead of saying, what does it mean to play like a girl? To me, what does it mean to be an athlete at the end of the day?
Yeah, I like that. If you work hard and you do what you need to do, you're at the same level as anybody else.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's you just got to wake up every day and, get at it and try and be better than the day before.
Exactly. Be better than the day before. That's a good one.
Stay
Well,
tuned.
Maddie, we wanted to thank you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you
Thank you so much for having me, guys. You guys are awesome.
It was awesome to hear your story.
Mhm.
Have a good night. Yeah.
You too. Bye.
She's cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
I just can't imagine being on being back in high school and being on the football team with the guys. I give her a lot of credit.
A lot of credit. That's
Yeah.
crazy. She's phenomenal.
It seems like she has a lot of her things handled too. She has soccer. I kind of should have asked her what she was like involved with in like the high school, like does she clubs, hobbies?
Yeah.
But it seems like she's kind of an all around type of gal.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we can get her on again.
Yeah, maybe.
Like that, maybe.
Well, we wanted to thank you guys for watching again and tuning in every Monday at 8.
Don't forget to tune in next week because we have a great guest.
When do we not, Gianna? We have a guest lined up for every episode.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, as you all know, this is the podcast called Play Like a Girl.
For the girls.
See you next week, everyone. Bye.